Hector, the fearless Trojan prince, stands as one of the most iconic figures in the Trojan War, embodying courage, honor, loyalty, and patriotism. A skilled warrior and compassionate leader, his legacy is one of bravery, sacrifice, and ultimate tragedy. Today, we dive into the life of Hector, tracing his journey from youth to his final days on the battlefield, exploring the facets of a hero whose story has transcended time and continues to inspire generations. Born into the esteemed royal family of Troy, Hector was the son of King Priam and Queen Hecuba. From an early age, he was destined to be more than just a prince. His education was carefully structured to prepare him as both a leader and a warrior. Under the guidance of the finest masters in Troy, Hector acquired exceptional skills in military strategy, combat, and leadership. Alongside his martial training, he was exposed to a broader education in culture, history, and diplomacy, knowledge that would shape him into a future king. Raised in a society steeped in tradition, Hector developed a deep sense of duty to both his people and his city, molded not only by formal lessons, but also by the valorous examples set by his ancestors. Hector's youth was marked by a balance of rigorous training and the development of a strong moral character. As the heir to the Trojan throne, he held immense responsibility, both politically and militarily. His competence and bravery earned him the love and admiration of the Trojan people, who viewed him not only as their protector, but also as a compassionate and just leader. The stability he provided became all the more crucial in the turbulent times leading up to the Trojan War. The love between Hector and his wife, Andromache, stands as one of the greatest examples of devotion in Trojan legend. Known for her beauty and wisdom, Andromache was not only Hector's loving partner, but also his confidant and advisor. Together, they had a son, Ajax, whose future was a constant concern for them, especially with the war looming over the city. As a father, Hector revealed a tenderness that contrasted sharply with his fearsome reputation as a warrior. These moments with his family showcase Hector's humanity. He was both a powerful force on the battlefield and a loving, devoted father at home. The threat of war was ever present, and when the Trojan War finally erupted, Hector became the city's foremost defender. His leadership and martial prowess made him the cornerstone of Troy's resistance against the Greek forces. With his tactical genius and indomitable courage, Hector became a hero, not just to his people, but even to his enemies. His relationship with his brother Paris, whose abduction of Helen sparked the war, was complicated. While Hector was often frustrated by Paris's reckless actions, he remained a loyal and protective brother, reflecting his deep commitment to his family and city. One of the most memorable moments in Hector's military career was his duel with Ajax, the mighty Greek warrior. This battle, recounted in the Iliad, was a clash not only of strength and skill, but of honor and bravery. Hector, renowned for his agility and tactical savvy, faced Ajax, who was known for his sheer strength and endurance. The fight was fierce, with neither warrior able to gain the upper hand. As the battle raged on, mutual respect grew between them. Both men admired the courage and honor of the other, and when night fell, the duel ended in a rare moment of camaraderie. They exchanged gifts, symbolizing respect between two great warriors despite the brutal nature of the war. Hector's military genius extended beyond sheer strength. One of his most significant achievements was leading the attack that nearly succeeded in burning the Greek ships, an act that could have altered the course of the war. His strategic brilliance and ability to inspire his troops were vital to the Trojan cause, as he imbued them with the courage and determination needed to face overwhelming odds. However, Hector's greatest test would come when he faced Achilles, the greatest of the Greek warriors. After the death of his friend Patroclus, Achilles was consumed by grief and rage, returning to the battlefield with a burning desire for revenge. The inevitable duel between Hector and Achilles became the centerpiece of the war's final act. While Hector was a formidable warrior, he was no match for the wrath of Achilles, who fought with a supernatural fury. In the end, Hector was defeated and killed, a tragic moment that shattered the Trojan morale. Achilles' actions after Hector's death were a stark reflection of the brutality of the war. Driven by a thirst for vengeance, Achilles desecrated Hector's body, dragging it behind his chariot around the walls of Troy. This act of disrespect not only wounded Hector's family, but also inflicted a deep emotional blow to the entire city, which had looked to him as its greatest defender. The grief in Troy was palpable. Hector's wife, Andromache, his son Astyanax, and his parents, Priam and Hecuba, were devastated by his loss. The royal family's mourning mirrored the despair of a city on the brink of collapse. In an act of desperate courage, King Priam set out to retrieve his son's body from the Greeks. Under cover of night, Priam entered the camp of Achilles and, kneeling before him, begged for the return of Hector's body. He appealed to Achilles' humanity, reminding him of the love a father has for his son. Touched by Priam's grief and recalling his own father, Achilles agreed to return Hector's body, ordering it to be cleaned and prepared for the journey back to Troy. This moment, immortalized in the Iliad, stands as a poignant example of empathy and compassion, even in the midst of war. When Hector's body was returned to Troy, the city was engulfed in mourning. Andromache, Astyanax, and Hecuba led the city in a heart-wrenching wail, grieving for the loss of their hero. Hector's funeral was a grand affair, with his body cremated and buried with full honors. His death marked the end of Troy's greatest defense and signaled the city's eventual downfall. Yet, Hector's legacy endures beyond the Trojan War. His bravery, honor, and devotion to family and his city have become timeless ideals. Hector's story is not just that of a warrior, but of a man whose humanity shone through even in the darkest moments, making him one of the most compelling figures in Greek mythology.